A blood clot in your legs that could travel to your lungs.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now if you've been following us for the past few months, you'll know that I took on a renovation series where I renovated my own home. It's almost like the ceiling is balanced on top of the tiles. So does that mean when I take all these tiles off, the ceiling's gonna fall down? And it was a learning experience. I had many fails. Oh, they don't fit. No, they don't. They don't fit at all. But I had a few successes. Oh my god, kitchen tap! And it went a certain way that I don't know whether I was expecting or not. However, I'm still not done. I still haven't finished the upstairs. I've got loads left to do in this house. I just haven't had time. So I thought today we would try and get some inspiration for the rest of my house and take some inspiration from this series called, was it even called Home Sense or something? No, it's called Decorating Sense. And it's an American-based TV show based in the 90s, and I think it went through into the 2000s as well. And they do various different budget, house renovation, crafty DIY kind of stuff. Some of it might potentially be a little bit questionable, but we're going to find out today. So I've managed to find an episode on this like TV archive thing, so it's still got the adverts and everything. This is proper raw. This is like something you would see on your proper giant telly in the 90s. Remember giant tellies? They were huge. So let's dive in and see these home renovations. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
HGTV Daytime. Hi, and welcome to Decorating Sense, the show that gives you great decorating ideas for a lot less. I'm Joan Steppen.
Oh, hi, Joan.
The second story of that house, we are going to transform a spare room into a relaxing garden tea room. And we'll do it for under $500.
$500? Cheap as chips, that, Joan.
Spare room into the perfect place for a garden tea party. In Trasted Treasure, find out how to turn a big old workbench into a harvest table.
Big old.
And meet a creative homeowner who has given whimsy and romance to her contemporary high-rise apartment.
Well, doesn't this all just sound delightful? Romantic? Ah, wonder how romantic this is gonna be. Obsessed with the intro. Oh, hi, Joan. Very 90s. Can you remember when TV shows and stuff had like a proper mint theme tune? Like super jazzy, super just cheesy. We need to bring that back. I feel like people don't do intros the way they used to do intros. I feel like I need a 90s intro now.
Ah! Hello there.
The woman who owns this home lives all alone in this very big house, and she has the wonderful problem of lots of space and rooms, and that can be a problem.
Don't we all?
Because you can end up with a room that's just filled with leftover furniture just to fill up the space, and this is that room. As you can see, though, it has a ton of potential. Got this great wall of windows streaming sunlight into the room, beautiful hardwood floors. But then you look around in the room, and it's filled with furniture that is kind of disjointed, doesn't really function together. No.
You are so right, Joan. Doesn't go together at all, does it? We need your help.
Hi, Joan.
Hi. So nice to see you, Jen. I'm great.
Seeing you.
Oh.
How do we...
Peggy! It's Peggy. She's gonna help too. I think she's the mastermind. I think Joan's just the presenter. Peggy's the one who's got all the skills.
Paper.
Okay, and the function is all just trying to turn this into a garden room,
A
right?
garden room.
Oh, I've lost the video.
And picket fence full of
It's
wonderful
back.
flowers. Companion will be this blue denim, which will kind of represent the sky, the blue sky.
Great colors, I like that.
Right.
Okay, we've got the garden theme.
I love literal wallpaper, flowers and the blue sky. You're onto something, Peggy.
Taken care of.
And then to accessorize,
Oh, I've lost it again.
our tea is going to be turned into a light fixture.
Oh, wow, that'll be fun.
That will be
What we're
fun.
going to do, we're going to keep the two existing wingback chairs
We are.
with this table to have a real comfortable place to have our tea.
That would be nice. I like that. Now, what are we doing with the heating?
All right, we have one more surprise. This heating duct is going to enhance the comfort for these two wingbacks.
That one you're going to have to prove to me.
That's right.
Okay.
Me.
So we're going to have a lot of work to do in here. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do it for under $500.
How is that funnel thing gonna make the chair? Did you say the chair's more comfortable? Or something?
This room is in need of
Curious.
some...
I'm still shocked
This room
$500.
is in need...
Before, yeah. I've lost it again. The quality of this isn't very
paper
good.
and using a level marked the wall.
Oh, now
Then,
they're getting
after
onto
dipping
it,
the paper
okay.
in water and booking it to activate the paste, we hung it up.
that lovely music. I'm really enjoying myself. It's very classical. Okay, blue's not that offensive. I'm not a huge fan of like the pasteliness of it, but it's not horrific. Obviously it's like a denim texture, isn't it?
Blue wallpaper creates a wonderful backdrop for the next step, the picket fence border.
Oh no.
I've never seen a border like this before.
I think there's a reason you've never seen a border like that before, Joan, because no one in their right mind would want a border like that. It's so literal, like sky and a picket fence with flowers. Oh my god, sounds gross.
I'm in love with this wall covering border. You know, it's going to give us the exact mood we want for the tea party.
Oh yeah,
right?
it'll be great. And it adds like a whole different...
Also, one thing I'm a bit like curious about or concerned about, I suppose, is they're designing this room for a tea room, but I feel like they're just doing it so literally. It's almost like a child's brain. So they would think like, oh, this room is going to be like a fun room. Oh, we'll put balloons in it. But you know, I might be convinced afterwards. They might do a fantastic job and I might absolutely love it.
Oh, no.
Our flowers, a picket fence, and blue sky are up in no time, and the...
It's not my personal choice, but you know, it is what it is, isn't it? By the way, I did try and find a proper decent copy, like a decent video to react to. And I went through all the seasons, I can't find it anywhere. I could only find these crackly shite ones.
This old table needs a new look, so we covered it in a full skirted tablecloth. A square blue and white table scarf
a lot of
with tassels is added to accentuate the look even further.
Oh, you add more. Did it need the top bit? And did it need the bottom bit? I don't think it needed either, did it?
The window treatment subtle. Delicate white lace curtains accentuated with green silk ivy wound through grapevine complement the white woodwork.
Didn't they say subtle? They said subtle, and then they've put vines and twigs and stuff over the windows. That's subtle. Alright. I don't think they know the definition of subtle, do they?
And allow for a continuous glimpse of the outdoors.
Yeah.
Now the existing wing-back chairs are brought back in to offer the ultimate in relaxation during a long conversation and a cup of tea.
2 pillows
A
for
matching fringe
$30.
pillow on each chair ties
Matching,
the
of
whole
course.
ensemble together.
Yeah.
And when not being used for tea, the chairs offer an ideal place to relax.
The thing is, if you're not familiar with the 90s, and to be fair, it's given 80s a little bit as well, that piece of fabric underneath that table and them cushions, they are quintessential late 80s, early 90s colours. I remember them colours. I'm pretty sure I had like t-shirts with them colours and all sorts. In fact, I think at one point our sofa was that colour. They just weren't afraid of colours, were they? To be fair, I missed that a little bit, actually.
Footstool!
Surprise.
How'd you come up with this idea?
Well, actually, I was looking for a round-shaped wooden board to make a footstool out of. I stumbled across this galvanized heating desk.
And your mind went to footstool.
It was a footstool.
It's really pretty simple
Of
construction.
course it
with the
did,
legs
Peggy.
down.
My mind went to footstool as well.
But you could do other things with it. if
Oh, you
wanted
could
to.
paint this, you could cover it, you could skirt it, you could decoupage it.
You could turn it into a brooch.
Wear it on your head.
But the bottom line is it's really simple construction. Maybe 4 easy steps, and we're going to show you how to...
I'm sure they said when they got that heating duct thing that it was going to make the chairs more comfortable, which technically I suppose it is, but like, does metal scream comfy? I'm not sure whether it does actually. However, I will give Peggy credit for upcycling and doing something different, you know? I'm into that process.
Tiny footstools add whimsy and practicality to our small room.
Such
Total cost
whimsy.
of material for 2 footstools, $54.
Alright.
Now, what could be more perfect for our
fine, I
garden than a
suppose.
rattan swinging chair? We found the chair in the trash, so we removed the leg,
I think there's a reason the chair was in the trash.
painted the chair red, and suspended it from the joist in the ceiling with nylon rope. A matching chair cushion turns it into a decorative swing. A note here, check out the chair to make sure it has a sturdy frame before you hang it.
They weren't
To go
afraid,
next
were
to the
they?
rattan chair, we made a picket fence side table, which mimics the picket fence border.
Oh, it
The
gets
construction
worse.
was simple. 7 picket fence planks plucked right from the backyard,
Why?
3
Why?
wood planks painted blue, and 2 red spindles.
Why, you've already got the picket fence wallpaper edition, which references picket fence. You don't need a literal picket fence in there as well. But I suppose Peggy wanted one.
Spindles for legs. Silk flowers, the owner's teapot and tea bags, a no vacancy sign, and underneath a bunny. Make fun accessories for the shelf.
Such fun.
Betty, this tea theme has really inspired you, hasn't
Do you like this?
Yeah, it's a really cute look. How did you do
Yeah.
that?
Well, do you
Oh, they're
remember
the
the
lamps.
Melmac dishes?
Oh, yeah.
Grew
Those
up
are
with
them.
them. Right, this is it. So I just took sausage cups, drilled the hole through here, wired it, little ball.
Okay, turn it on.
What do you think?
How cute is that?
Oh.
Right, everyone, let me know down in the comments, do you want me to make them teacup lamps? Because I think I could make a better version of them because they're just a little bit shite. It's not doing what I think it should be doing. I think I could do a better version, so let us know in the comments and I'll make some teacup lamps.
Always probably keep a real low wattage in there. Maybe a 25 watt bulb.
It's a clever idea, though.
Melmac and
Just
nice
like
subtle lighting.
I bet you they're incandescent bulbs, you can't get them anymore. They used to get so hot. Well, don't they look comfortable? What a lovely tea
What's your favorite?
party
My
room.
favorite is the rattan swing.
Yeah, that's very cool. I like, what do we call that?
What about
Potting table? Planting
Potting,
table?
planting,
I think that's
like it.
I love that too, John. That's my favourite bit. The picket fence shelving.
take a look back at
$494, eh?
everything we've
$484 too much.
This room had lots of potential with its wall of windows and comfortable furniture. Now it's filled with character and colorful
I just
charm.
find that vine at the top odd. It just looks like it's plonked. The chair, fabric and stuff and the accessories.
and picket fences.
Yeah, fair enough.
What a way to spend a rainy, sunny, just about any kind of day, having a garden tea party.
No, it's not the room for me. I don't think I want any of them things in my house. I especially don't think I want any picket fence details or borders or anything in my house. And I don't think I also want like plastic trees and plants above my windows. It's just not doing it for us. I'm really sorry, John and Peggy, but it's just not. However, I wouldn't mind a bit of 90s fabric. That's fine with me. I'm not mad at that at all.
Two teams go head-to-head in HGTV's exciting new series, Decorating Derby.
Catch a special sneak peek Friday night at 9 on HGTV.
Oh, I can't believe I missed that.
Sleep? Why take a PM with an extra medicine if you don't have a backache or headache?
I completely forgot that obviously this is shot in America, so they get the adverts for like medication and everything, and I always find that so odd. Like in the UK we'll get adverts for certain medication, but it's usually for like a cough or a cold, or it's like tummy medicine. Because I remember being in New York and watching the TV, and it's literally advert after advert after advert, and the adverts last forever. The commercial break is like an hour long, and it was just like medicine, insurance, medicine, insurance, medicine, insurance, fast food takeaway, medicine, insurance. It was just such a weird and unusual cluster of adverts. Obviously compared to what telly's like in the UK, completely different things. And also they last about, I don't know, I don't really watch telly, about 2 or 3 minutes or something. It felt like forever in America. It felt like I was watching a show just of adverts.
Don't let erectile dysfunction get in the way.
Wink.
Unisom Sleep Gels has the same amount of the same
Sleep
ingredients
gels.
to help you fall asleep with no extra medicine. Unisom, it's all you need.
All right.
These are killer legs.
Ooh.
But these legs could kill too. So could these. And these.
Is it?
If injury, surgery.
It's a health insurance advert, isn't it? Literally just as I was talking, I was like, oh, legs are like shoes or tights or something. No, it's going to be medical insurance.
Illness has you off your feet. You're at risk to develop a blood clot in your legs that could travel to your lungs. It's called DVT. Complications from DVT kill more than AIDS and breast cancer combined. In most cases, DVT can be prevented. Ask your doctor or call 1-888-DVT-NET1.
What is happening?
Was it just alerting you to what a DVT is? And to ring, I don't know, I'm really confused.
And I hope you'll stay with us because when we come back, we're going to tour a high-rise apartment that has kind of a vintage feel to it. And of course, it was decorated on a budget.
Oh, a vintage high-rise one, eh? Oh, can't wait, Joan. But we'll watch some adverts first.
Thin is a diet pill worth $153 a bottle
Here we go.
when you're more than 20 pounds overweight, and every diet plan has failed. Now there's Leptoprin.
Specifically developed for the significantly overweight, backed by 2 United States patents, 2 published clinical trials.
Diet pills now. So we've had sleeping jellies, we've had weight loss tablets,
You're one of
medical
about 5 or
insurance,
6
a random
brands.
DVT advert.
Leptoprin is much too expensive and much too powerful for the casual dieter. But if you're one of the millions of Americans who are 20, 30, 50 pounds or more overweight, you need Leptoprin.
America's got like proper culty vibes, doesn't it? Isn't it weird?
Now you see it, now you don't.
cleaner advert with a beat. Love it.
About to meet has
Hi,
taken
John.
a contemporary high-rise apartment and transformed it into her personal haven using jewel-tone fabrics, antiques, and salvage finds.
That sounds delicious.
A very creative woman, Dawn Turkla, has turned her apartment into a wonderfully romantic haven.
I live in a downtown high-rise, and it's very contemporary.
Dawn.
So when I first moved in...
Look at that telly. That's what I was on about. That's a beast of a telly. We used to have one of them. It's in grey. I like that ottoman actually. It's nice.
It's in a rich jewel tone, and the other furniture that I have are family heirloom items that were passed down to me.
Good
they
for
were
you.
done in a light fabric. What I did was have a lot of fun with choosing different pillows, different fabrics, to give it a whimsical and richer feel. Warms up the room a lot. Really has a decadence to it. It's very
it's so decadent, Dawn. That's exactly what I was going to say. You stole the words out of my mouth.
You know, makes you want
Decadent.
to fall into this couch with all the pillows. It's a lot of fun.
Antiques and reproductions combine.
I feel like it looks random.
Romantic.
I feel like things look just plonked rather than like actually placed properly.
Everything in her apartment has been touched by whimsy and romance.
It just feels like someone tripped over and chucked loads of shit in the room. That's what I feel like it looks like.
More tulle was strung through architectural
tulle.
gold gilded brackets on the windows to soften the stark lines while keeping the full view. The window
Oh, that looks awful.
the lighter pastels in the furniture. A leopard print chair reupholstered by a friend gives bold character to the
Don't hate that. I like a bit of leopard print.
tassels dangle from the arms for a further touch of elegance.
I don't mind the tassels either, actually.
Another lamp gets a touch of whimsy with a
Don't like that.
napkin draped over the shade.
Yeah, I'm not putting napkins on my lampshades. Absolutely not.
Design for the whole room. It's a tapestry that's done in some really beautiful jewel tones. And it's something
She's
that I
obsessed with
fell in
saying
love
jewel
with
tones,
7
isn't
years
she?
ago.
What is jewel tones?
love
What, like
working
2 different
with it.
colours?
Something I also had in storage for a long time.
Oh my god, Dawn!
And it adds to the romance.
Maintenance jealous of all your storage and all your little items. You're so vintage.
Tapestry coordinates well with what Dawn has turned into her dining room.
It just looks weird.
Here
Oh,
she
the
is
table
adorned
dressing's
with simple
awful. That's
candlesticks
horrible.
To be used as an elegant.
I don't like tablecloths, they're not for me. I find them really just ugly.
Chairs and covered them with more animal print fabric for a
I don't mind the animal print, it's just the
and
table
tiny
dressing.
pillows and simple purple ties on the backing.
Don't like
give
the
it a
ties. No, it's giving wedding.
Homes and apartments have what I like to call architectural uglies. And I don't like to see them. So I found some fun pieces that really become functional and help to cover those up.
What, so you don't like that, but you like a ceramic ugly mask on it? Alright.
When they come to my apartment home. So if you want to come this way with me, we'll go to my bedroom.
Come on then, Dawn, show us your
Actually, my
bedroom.
favorite room in my
There's more
entire
leopard
home.
print. Oh, there's some
Memory
big bits of
family
furniture,
and
mind, aren't
friends.
they?
This lamp is actually a lamp, an alabaster lamp from my childhood. What I did is updated the lamp with a new lampshade I found at a discount store and put a vintage hat on the top. It makes it really fun and whimsical.
A vintage hat on the top. Just popped a hat on my lampshade.
And boxes that I store vintage jewelry in. They become functional and really look great at the same time.
It's a lot of clutter.
Many of my vintage items are full of
gonna get
memories
so
from my
dusty.
childhood. And you can do the same thing and create your new memories for yourself. So get out there and have fun and see what you can find.
Ah, well, Dawn, thank you for inspiring us.
For more information
Oh god, it's adverts again. It can't be adverts again.
She wants
Oh my-
and frilly.
What
He
even?
wants.
More neutral.
Better call designing for the sexes.
Designing for the sexes. Oh god, that hasn't aged well, has it? So obviously girls are going to want the frillies and the men's going to want what, like black wood or something. I don't know.
Rose presents Specialties of the House with Robin Turner.
From the rooftop to the gardens
Are
of
these
Biltmore.
adverts? I can't even tell what's happening anymore. Oh, it's struggling. I think we might be done actually. I think the video's like so corrupted. Oh, I'm not going to get to see the second part. Oh, is it just them talking about that picket fence thing again? Honestly, I'm so confused. I think we might be done.
Thank God.
So I guess that does it for getting some inspiration from Decorating Sense. I feel very inspired. I think I'll take a lot of hints and tips and tricks and implement that and just dot it around my own house, especially the picket fence as a wallpaper and then as a literal picket fence in front of it. I think that was a great idea. Also, I just get the vibes of clutter. I think we need clutter, which honestly I'm already doing, so I'm fine with that. And the thing is, I don't think anyone was actually doing any of that back in the 90s. It almost reminds me of a TV show we used to have in the UK and it was called 60-Minute Makeover. I think it was called 60-Minute Makeover, something like that. And it had Anthea Turner in and a few other people. I think it had, what's he called, Lawrence LeBeau and other people. And they used to basically decorate someone's house without them realizing that they'd been nominated, and the family would take them away for a little while. And these designers would, honestly, they would make the worst decisions and do the ugliest of interior design in 60 minutes, and it always looked absolutely dreadful. It looked shocking. And that must have been in like the 90s, 2000s era. It just reminds me of that basically. And I don't think anyone who received these kind of makeovers and stuff must have been very happy with them. I don't think they'll have kept them that way, because some of the choices and some of the design choices are just so impractical and so ugly, it's unreal.
The added weight of all those books proved too much for the freestanding shelves.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Anyway, hopefully you have enjoyed this little reaction video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know if you're now inspired to try any of these 90s DIY home projects in your home. You know, you might have saw some things in them being like, oh yes, that would look lovely in my living room. And I'll see you next week for, hopefully, I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit of a fashionable video. Oh, I know, exciting. Love me some fashion. Hopefully it's not going to be like proper ugly, but you never know with me, do you?